Legon constituency. Alhassan Ajimani is the man on the grounds, and he will tell us what is happening in the constituency. Alhassan, you reported that confusion between NPP supporters and that of the NDC. What is the situation now?
Well, currently as we speak, things are calm. The very people who are cameras caught in the middle of the confusion that took place at the University of Ghana, the SRC Union Building to be specific, all these people cannot be found at the Union Building at the moment. And so we can say that things are calm. Shortly after that, we saw officers from the Ghana Police Service make their way to the University of Ghana SRC Union Building, interacting with persons present, trying as much as possible to get first-hand information on what exactly transpired. But what we can report from our end at ChannelOne TV and City News is that some few minutes after 2, there were concerns that a meeting was ongoing at the Union Building just behind us, which meeting the allegation was that persons belonging to the NPP were giving out monies to voters. And so this seemed to have agitated some persons within the NDC. And so one of them made his way into the building, trying as much as possible to get on camera what exactly was happening. But this agitated the persons, that's the NDC person, the MPP persons in the Union Building, and then they actually directed the person who sought to capture the events on camera to delete them. And so that actually was the cause of the confusion. And so they moved out of the Union Building and went some 50 meters away from the Union Building, where they exchanged words, some verbal altercations, to the extent that those within the NPP requested that the videos be deleted, while those within the NPP requested that the videos be deleted. And those within the NDC claim that the place is a public space and is a public election, and that they have every right whatsoever to record. It was within that moment that some officers from the Ghana Armed Forces made their way to the Union Building. Upon getting to the Union Building, they decided to take things in their hands and restore order. Their approach of restoring order was to separate the person who was said to have taken the video from the agitating crowd. We have later got to find out that the person who is said to have taken the video is a lecturer at the University of Ghana, affiliated to the NDC. What we also know is that the members from the Ghana Armed Forces, in their own way, were trying to get this person to delete the video. But as to whether or not they were successful in getting the video deleted, we don't know. But what we know is that after separating him from the agitating crowd, they were able to calm tempers. And as we speak, almost all the people who were at the Union Building have left. But I must say, voting is ongoing here at the University of Ghana. A number of regional and national officers of parties are here. And yes, Askobek, he is in charge of the youth manifesto for the NDC and the youth campaign as well. Is it just the University of Ghana you visited so far?
No, I've been to a couple of constituencies, and this constituency I've been here. I went to the Western electoral area and other electoral areas to check what the party's momentum is. It's been very great and impressive across the country, and we are happy with it.
Is it a reset?
Absolutely. The Ghanaian people are responding to it, and this government is the worst in our history: dictatorial, corrupt, irredeemably corrupt, People want this country to get back to what it's supposed to be for them, a country that works for the people and creates opportunity for everybody.
The NPP believe that they have superior ideas, which they've tagged as bold solutions, and they believe that the young people of this country will buy into the ideas.
What are the bold solutions? The bold solutions involve increasing public debt from 132 billion to over 800 billion. Does it involve the 2.1 billion Ghana cedis Naira service scandal? Does it involve the hundreds of billions of dollars American innovation scandal that the government itself admits that it was defrauded and they never could be able to recover the money? Does it involve the PDS scandal, the level of corruption that you have seen in the Republic? This country is sick now, and the people want the country to have a clean health bill, and we want everybody, across the country, people want change. Look at what the civil societies are saying, the independents are saying. People want this government removed from office, and they cannot wait to have John Mahama back in office to make sure that the country have a proper accountability framework.
We're about some few hours away from end of polls. So far, per your monitoring, have things gone the way DNDC planned it?
No, so what you have seen, I'm sure you have heard about what's happening in Kaswa, that hooligans that masquerading with a rifle. In the full glare of the police have shot people in Kaswa. We've seen this, spoke about this. We've seen when young people were resisting the corruption of the electoral process, the people sharing goodies instead of giving them policies, where people shot them. Somebody is dead in Cholon. We've seen pockets of violence across the country. Our party, our flag bearer, the NDC has been saying that nobody deserves to die because people are going to the polls to decide on who should lead them. And it's unfortunate that we've seen all these across the country. And what is much more worrying also is that we have seen electoral officers who are aiding attempting to aid the MPP rig and the process. How did ballot papers end up in the hands of the MPP across the country?
In one of the areas, we have been told that the son of a youth organizer of your party had about 76 ballot papers that had been printed.
It's an MPP matter. You see, the MPP has. That is what the miracles does. Every time it's spinning the storyline. You know what he said about the voter region issue, that people have been arrested in the voter region with ballot papers. The police didn't issue any statement about that.
The Ghana Immigration Service released a statement that the Akachi North NDC secretary had been found with dummy ballot.
What's a dummy ballot paper? So what do parties do? Parties go around with dummy ballot paper to show voters how to vote so that we're able to reduce the number of spot ballots. What's a dummy? And look at this. It's even insane. The immigration officer see that it was a dummy ballot paper. Means it is not a ballot paper. A ballot paper that without a serial number that's not certified by the EC.
It doesn't raise eyebrows that its route was headed towards Togo.
Every party print ballot papers across the country.
No, but you're moving to Togo.
They print dummy ballot papers to show voters how to vote. These are not certified logistics of the EC that was deployed. These are, and it is me. And see, let me tell you, one thing I also find very worrying is that any time that things happen like this in the voter region, we are quick to mention Togo. What kind of impression are you trying to create? I think that it is profiling the
this is a specific communication coming from the Ghana Immigration Service. It has nothing to do with profiling.
Because the voter region shares border with Togo. People live in communities, they cross borders, they come back. People live on the borderline and they also have votes. You shouldn't campaign to them. Why shouldn't you campaign to them? And the Guinean, they have equal right like anybody that lives in Accra or in Wale or whatever it is. We don't deserve to have the NDC message.
The NPP said on the eve of the election, it raised a lot of eyebrows.
On the eve of elections, parties have got campaign logistics. Absolutely, people have got T-shirts in their homes because it's election. They should go through the T-shirts away. Is that what the argument being put up? These are dummy ballot papers that parties should go around, show voters how to vote. In fact, the parties aid the ECs in a civic obligation to teach people to reduce the number of spot ballots, because every vote accounts for the population's decision about who must lead the country. And we must make sure that the vote reflects the will of the people. And we have to reduce the number of spot ballots. What the parties do, they go around and show people how to vote with dummy ballot papers. These are not electoral, the elections of the Electoral Commission of Ghana. Now, just oppose this with what's happening with EC ballot papers. EC ballot papers printed by this Electoral Commission led by Jane Mensom. That is in the hands of MPP hooligans and apparatchiks, and they are rigging. That is the big issue today.
There's an instance where 15 ballot papers are the ballot issuer, which the police think that the person deliberately took out the number one person on the
It's
ballot.
not 15, it's one ballot.
The report as we got was that it was 15.
The EC itself has come out with it. So one person, the person issued a paper. Maybe I don't know. I wasn't there. I cannot actually tell the issue, but I think he also has his own day in court. What happened? He said the person is a person, an officer of the NDC. No. These are the EC has a job, and a matter of leadership discretion to appoint competent people to work for it. The EC went through the process, appointed people to come and work for the EC. How does the incompetence of the electoral commission and its officers become
How does in a situation where it appears to be favoring the NDC is the incompetence of the commission, but in a place it's favoring the NPP, it is a deliberate ploy by the commission and the NPP to rig the election?
You know that voters have a right to actually destroy the ballot paper, right, and recall a new ballot.
That's why we have sports ballot.
And that's actually a legal process that we are allowed to do that. It's very permissible to do that. So now we hear that somebody who is working for the EC as an officer of the electoral commission tear the presidential ballot paper, and then on top of that, there's number one that wasn't there. We don't know whether it was inadvertent or it was deliberate. It could also be that it's just as a matter of probably the hurriedness that they do.
So Hansen, if you can hear us, wrap up that interview, and that is Hansen coming from the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency. He's covering live what is happening at the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency. Hans Dajiman has been there for us, and